Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today. And so before we start, I just want to let you know that uh, this is English for customer service, okay? And you guys are consumer services products. So there's quite a wide range of shops and different types of businesses. So I tried to include as much of a general idea of what you might need to say. And also, I would encourage you to repeat after me. So when I say something, you guys can practice, okay? And make sure you say it as well. I'll try to say it slowly and then a little bit faster so you can hear how it sounds. All right. So let me pull up my presentation and we'll get started. All right, we're going to start off with greeting the customer. Okay, so saying hello and some things that might be important for your business or company. Again, because we have so many different companies here, this might not be perfect for you, but you can always take these things and change them to fit your company and your products or services. Okay, all right, so let's have a look. Well, of course, the first thing is very easy. Hello, welcome to. Okay, hello, welcome to. Remember, practice this with me. Okay, so you should be saying it too. Hello, welcome to. How may I help? Okay, how may I help you? A little faster, and I'll put a business name in here. We'd say something like, hello, welcome to ABC English Books. How may I help you? How may I help you? Okay, one more time. Hello, welcome to ABC English Books. How may I help you? Okay, so that's how we would do it if it was up to speed, if it was at full speed. Good. Okay, let's look at number 2. Are you looking for? Are you looking for? Okay, and then you will put in your product or service. All right, so are you looking for a new English book? Are you looking for English vocabulary books? Okay, so that would be an example of how you would use that one. Okay, and the next one would be, do you have any questions about? Okay, do you have any questions about? All right, and then you put your product or service in here. So I know we have some hotels and bed and breakfasts, right? You might say, do you have any questions about our rooms? Right? Do you have any questions about our facilities? Facilities meaning all the things you can use at the hotel or at the bed and breakfast. Okay, so something like that. Now, some of your companies are more service oriented, maybe like beauty salons and spas and things like that. So you might use one, may I tell you about our services? Okay, a little slower. May I tell you about our services? Okay, so that word right there, services. Things you give to the customer, right? Things you offer. Okay, a little bit faster. May I tell you about our services? And of course, you can put that with number 1, right? Hello, welcome to. May I tell you about our services? Okay, so you can do it like that too. All right, now let's see the next one. So when the customer comes in, if you're working at a shop like a spa or hotel or something like that, you can say, do you have an appointment? Do you have an appointment? Okay, that word there, appointment. Okay, did you make a time to come and to the store, right? Okay, so let's do that again. Do you have an appointment? Okay. And then you can, if they say yes, you can say, may I have your name, please? May I have your name, please? Okay. So, do you have an appointment? Yes, I do. May I have your name, please? Okay. Now, sometimes they might, the customer might say, you might say, do you have an appointment? And they'll say, no, I'm sorry, I don't. Can I have a spa treatment today? Can I get a massage or something like that? Then you might say, I'm sorry, but we are full right now. I'm sorry, but we are full right now. Okay. So a little faster, normal speed. I'm sorry, but we are full right now. Okay. And then you can say, of course, you want to say more, so the customer will still want to stay. You can say, the next available opening is at 3 p.m. Okay. The next available opening is at 3 p.m. Okay. So you can do that for to suggest so that they just don't go away, right? You can suggest like, oh, we're full right now, but you can come back at this time. If this is a little bit hard, you can say, we have an opening at 3 p.m. Okay, you don't have to say available. You can just say, we have an opening at 3 p.m. Okay. All right. So once again, because this one's a little harder, so we'll say, do you have an appointment? Do you have an appointment? May I have your name, please? May I have your name, please? Good. And then if they don't and you're full, you can say, I'm sorry, but we're full right now. I'm very sorry, but we're full right now. The next available opening is at 3 p.m. A little slower. The next available opening is at 3 p.m. Okay. So you can use those to try to get the customer into a certain time. Now, remember, those of you who have different types of stores, you can say things like, do you have a reservation? May I have your name, please? We'll talk a little bit more about that for hotels in a minute. Okay. Now, I know we have some companies here that represent other companies, like groups of stores and businesses. So you can say, hello, welcome to, right? We represent many local businesses. We represent many local businesses. Okay. So I know we have a sporting goods company here, right? Who represents sporting goods stores and things like that. So you can put that at the end. We represent many local sporting goods stores. Okay. So represent, meaning to stand for those people. Okay. We represent many local businesses. I believe there's also some arts and crafts type stores and cultural things. So you can say, we represent many local arts and crafts stores. Many traditional stores. That would be another way to say it. Okay. Good. So let's keep going to the next page here. Now, I know we have a lot of hotel type stores and bed and breakfasts and that. So we're going to do a little bit of a section on that, which is a little different than the last one. So at hotel check-in, right, we might have some very standard sentences you can use. Okay. So, for example, you might say something like, good afternoon. Welcome to Taipei Hotel. How may I help you? Good afternoon. Welcome to Taipei Hotel. How may I help you? Okay. A little faster, normal speed. Good afternoon. Welcome to Taipei Hotel. How may I help you? Okay. Of course, probably the first thing you might say is, do you have a reservation? Okay. Do you have a reservation? Okay. So for companies like beauty salons and spas and travel agents will say appointment, like on the last slide. Do you have an appointment? For things like hotels, restaurants, we'll say reservation. Okay. Do you have a reservation? Okay. If they say yes, then you can say, may I have your passport, please? May I have your passport, please? Of course, they might be local people from Taiwan, local foreigners. Maybe they don't always carry their passport. So you can just use the word ID. Okay. May I have your ID, please? May I have your ID, please? Okay. Or you can say too, may I have your passport or ID, please? That's fine as well. All right. Okay, so let's say the customer did not make a reservation. Okay. Uh, good afternoon. Welcome to Taipei Hotel. How may I help you? Right? Oh, I want to have a room. Oh, do you have a reservation? No, I didn't make a reservation. So what do you say? You say, I'm sorry, but we don't have any rooms available tonight. Okay. There's that word again, available. All right. Now, if that's hard, you can just say, I'm sorry, but we don't have any rooms. Okay. There's always easier ways to say. You can make it shorter. I'm sorry, but we don't have any rooms. Okay. But full one, I'm sorry, but we don't have any rooms available tonight. Okay. Now, another very common thing we use in English is full or fully booked. Okay. Full or fully booked. So how we would say that is another way to say it is, I'm sorry, but we are full tonight. Okay. So this one here, I am sorry, we are full tonight. Okay. Or I'm sorry, but we are fully booked tonight. Okay. I'm sorry, but we are fully booked tonight. Now, for those of you in other companies like the travel industry or tours, or spas, things like that, you can say the same thing. Okay. I'm sorry, but we're fully booked for this tour. Okay. I'm sorry, but we're fully booked today. I can fit you in tomorrow. Okay. We are open tomorrow. Okay. Things like that. Now, if they say, I don't have a reservation and you do have rooms, then you can say, how many people will be staying? How many people will be staying? Okay. A little faster. How many people will be staying? Okay. How many people will be staying? Okay. And then next you can tell them what you have. For example, we have a double room available for 3,000 NT per night. We have a double room available for $3,000 per night. Now we're going to talk more later about talking about prices and things like that, but this is just a simple example to start. Okay. The next one, an extra bed can be added for $600. An extra bed can be added for $600. Now, everyone here, when you're talking about money, you can say NT, you can say dollars, you can say NT dollars. It's all okay. We have an extra bed can be added for 600 NT. An extra bed can be added for $600. Okay. Or an extra bed can be added for 600 NT dollars. It's all good. Okay. Now, if they ask you, is there a discount? Okay, again, we'll talk more about this later too, but just to introduce it here. I can give you a discount. Okay, I can give you a discount. Or upgrade. Upgrade. I think you all probably know what upgrade means, to get a better room, right? I can give you an upgrade. Okay. Now, if you can't, then you can say, I'm sorry, but there is no discount. I'm sorry, but there is no discount today. Okay. One important thing I think for everyone to remember is don't be afraid to say no to foreign customers. Foreign customers like when people are direct. Okay. We like it when people just tell us yes or no very quickly. Okay, so if you can't do a cheaper price, just say, I'm sorry, but that's the lowest price, or I can't give you a discount today. And it's okay. Most people will be fine with that. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. So a little bit more hotel here, just because hotels, you have a lot to say in the very first part of your interaction with the customer, right? Um, so again, I'm probably not going to be able to cover everything, every situation, but these are very common ones. So checkout, right? So after you're telling them about their rooms, you can say checkout is at 10:30. Okay, checkout is at 10:30. Okay, there is free Wi-Fi. There is free Wi-Fi. Okay. The next one, you can say, I'm sorry, but we don't allow pets. I'm sorry, but we don't allow pets. Okay. A little faster. I'm sorry, but we don't allow pets. Okay. So no dogs, no cats in the rooms. Oh, if you do allow them, you can say, yes, we are pet friendly. You can say it like that. Now, of course, you can just say, we allow pets. Okay. Or we are pet friendly. Sometimes people at hotels, they want to leave their bags either before or after. So you can say, you can leave your bags here until check-in. You can leave your bags here until check-in. Okay, so that's something you can say. Or just if it's when they're checking out, you can also say that. You can leave your bags here as long as you need to. Okay. Parking. Parking is often a challenge in places. So if you don't have parking, just tell them directly, I'm sorry, but there is no parking at the hotel. Okay. A little bit slower. I'm sorry, but there is no parking at the hotel. Okay. Now, if you do have parking, you can say there is free parking over there. There is free parking over there. Okay. Now I just put over there because it could be many places, right? So you can tell them where, right? There is free parking under the hotel. There is free parking under the hotel. Now, some of you might have guest houses or bed and breakfasts where you don't have parking there, but there's a pay parking lot. Okay, so you can say, I'm sorry, but there's no parking at the hotel. There is a pay parking lot over there. There is a pay parking lot over there. Okay. And of course, this works for other businesses too. If you have spas or, travel agencies, you guys can also say this. If the customer wants to park somewhere close to your store, you can tell them there is parking over there. A little bit later, we're going to do directions, telling people how to go different places. So that will help you with this too. All right. And the last one here, for guests who are staying a long time, they might want to do the laundry. wash their clothes. So you can say, we have pay washing machine and dryer. We have pay washing machine and dryer. Okay, a little slower. We have pay washing machine and dryer. Dryer, drying machine. Okay, drying machine. Okay, in English though, for some reason we don't say drying machine, we just say dryer. Okay, washing machine and dryer. All right. And then you can say they are downstairs in the basement, or they are on the second floor, right? You can tell them where they will be. Okay, let's keep moving along. I have a little bit of a quiz for you, a little test question here. So what I want you to do is write down the English word for when you make a time to be at a place. All right, I want you to type it in the chat box. Okay, so type it in the chat box over here. Type your answer. I'll write it out, your answer here. Okay, type your answer here. So what is the English word that I just taught you for when you make a time to be at a place? Is it treatment, represent, or appointment? Okay, treatment, represent, or appointment. Okay, I see someone wrote in an answer already. Is she right, people? Is Helen correct with her answer? Get some other people to write them in there. Go ahead, go ahead. You can click on the little box there and type in yeah. Let's see if we can get a few more answers. Yeah, so the English word for when you make a time to be at some place or to do something. Okay, so have a look at that, and go ahead and type it in on the side if you want to. All right. So yes, the correct answer for this one is appointment. Okay, an appointment. Okay, it's a good English word to remember. It's a little bit hard to say, a little bit bigger, but it's a useful one. Do you have an appointment, or would you like to make an appointment? We use it very often in English. Yes, you can say reservation as well, right? Like again, reservation tends to be more for staying at a hotel or for restaurants. But you know what? If you say, like, if you work at a spa or something like that, and you say reservation, it's okay. Don't worry. That's the kind of mistake that it doesn't matter, because every foreigner will understand that you are saying appointment or reservation. Yeah. So yeah, don't. It's important that everyone remember these are not 100% rules that you have to follow. You can choose many words and use many things, right? So yes, thank you, Helen, for writing that in there. Yeah, if you don't remember the word appointment and you can remember reservation, totally fine. It's totally fine. Good. All right. So here's a few more questions when you first meet customers to sort of try to understand what they want. Like, what does the customer need? And questions you can ask to find out what they are saying. Okay. Now, I know we have one pharmacy in our group today, right? And probably some other companies that are actually selling products. I know we don't have as many product selling companies here as in the other class. So, but these ones are good for you. You can say, for a pharmacy, what seems to be the problem I can help you with? Okay. So at full speed, it would sound like this. What seems to be the problem I can help you with? A little slower. What seems to be the problem I can help you with? Now, again, if this is a little too hard or, too much to remember, you can just say, what seems to be the problem? Okay. Again, you can make it even easier. How can I help you? Right? You can take the simple one. What can I help you with? What can I help you with? Okay. Now, the reason I wrote this one here, what seems to be the problem? Because when you're dealing with people who are sick, we want to be very soft in our English. And also saying, what problem do you have? Or even worse is, what's your problem? Because that actually means like, it's a very negative thing to say in English. What's your problem is like, why are you being a bad person? Okay, so in the pharmacy industry, or even like if someone comes in to the massage shop for a massage, we don't say, what's your problem? Because that's very negative. We will say, what seems to be the problem? In other words, where are you feeling bad, or how are you? And then that way it's a little more polite to say. Okay. Now, I know we also have some companies that do bedding and sell things to hotels. So you can say, what size or style are you looking for? Okay. What size are you looking for? Or what style are you looking for? Style's a good one because it can go to other things, right? It even kind of works for doing tours and things like that. Like, what type of tour are you interested in? What style of tour are you interested in? Cultural, outdoors, right? Sporting goods, same thing for that, right? You can say what size or style of sporting good product you're looking for. Okay. Hotel, you guys would say, what type of room are you looking for? What type of room are you looking for? Okay. What type of room are you looking for? Okay. The next one, what kind of activities are you interested in? So this is a good one for the sporting goods department and for the tours, you guys who offer tours, cultural experiences, that kind of thing, right? What kind of activities are you interested in? Now, sometimes the customer they won't know, right? They'll be like, oh, I'm not really sure. So you can say, we have, right? You go back to the first page there where you can suggest things. Oh, we have this, this, and this. What kind of activities are you interested in? Outdoor, indoor, okay, that kind of thing. For spas and beauty supplies, okay, facials, makeup, things like that, you can say, what kind of treatment are you looking for? What kind of treatment are you looking for? Okay. What kind of treatment are you looking for? Good. Yeah. What kind of treatment are you looking for? Okay. Facial, massage, those kind of things, aromatherapy, right? So you would use those to tell your customers the kind of things that to find out a little more about what they want. Okay. So let's go to the next section. Okay. Here's a very important one, recommendations. Okay. Recommendations. This is a good word to know. You best to remember the word recommend. Okay. Recommend. Everybody practice that. Recommend. Okay. So when the customer says, what's good? Or what do you like? Right. So we want to tell them about things that we think are very good for them. Okay. So the easiest sentence, I would recommend. Okay. I would recommend. Okay. If you remember that, you can put everything at the end after that. I would recommend this medicine for you. It should make you feel better. Okay. That's for our pharmacy or any shops that sell traditional medicines, right? I would recommend this medicine for you. It should make you feel better. Now, again, in English, we don't generally use we don't say, it will make you feel better. That comes across as a little too strong in English. So we always be a little softer. We say, it should make you feel better. Okay. It's just a more way how we do things, because sometimes in English, we don't want to make the promise, right? We think it will be good. So full speed, I would recommend this medicine for you. It should make you feel better. Okay. Now, the next one, very common. I think many of you will know this. This is one of our best sellers. This is one of our best sellers. Okay. Of course, you can use most popular products. Most popular products. Okay. This is one of our most popular products. And for those of you who do services like massage or tours or cultural events, you can say, this is one of our most popular services. Okay. This is one of our most popular services. People really enjoy this tour, right? And you keep going from there. Yeah, we have this tour is very popular. So remember, I'm telling you one way, but there are many different ways you can say this in English. Okay. This tour is one of our best sellers. Our massage service is one of our most popular sellers. Okay. Anything like that is good. All right. For those of you who sell a product, an actual product, you can say, these bed sheets are made of 100% cotton and are excellent quality. Okay. For those of you who have products, actual products, this word is very important. Quality. Okay. That's one to remember. Quality. Okay. Good quality. Great quality, excellent quality. All right, so say it with me. These bed sheets are made of 100% cotton and are excellent quality. Okay, so quality is a really good word to use for products. I'll give you one other example that comes up sometimes if you're talking about two things, A and B, and one is more expensive, right? Costs more money than the other, but you know it's better. So you can say that. This one is more expensive, but it is better quality. Okay, so that's a good way to remember that. This is more expensive, but it is better quality. Okay. For services, we don't use quality quite so much. It's more for actual products. Okay. So the next one is if you're at the spa or some place like that, makeup treatments, facials. This treatment is great for rejuvenating your skin. Okay. Rejuvenating. It's a very popular word in the makeup and body products, right? Rejuvenate means to feel new again, right? Feel new again. And so, even something like if you're the tour company and you have, or even the sporting company, if you recommend like the spa or hot tub at your community center, you can use this word. Okay, you will feel rejuvenated after using the gym spa, things like that. Okay, so one more time here. This treatment is great for rejuvenating your skin. Okay, now if you can't remember that word, it's okay. You can say this treatment is great for your skin. Okay, it's easy. You can just do that. The next one, this tour will introduce you to local customs and traditions. So basically the key thing there is this tour will, right? This tour will show you, this tour will introduce you to, okay? This tour will take you to see, many ways you can say, all right? This tour will introduce you to local customs and traditions. Okay. For those of you at the sporting centers or sporting, you can say, I would recommend. I would recommend. So there's the common one, right? Very useful. I would recommend our yoga class, which starts at 4 p.m. So I believe we have a community center, like a sports center. So when you have programs that start at different times, you can just tell the customer, I would recommend our yoga class. There's one starting at 4 p.m. today. Okay, that kind of thing. What kind of, oh, okay, so I got a question here. What kind of difference between recommend and suggest? Nothing. Suggest is good too. Yes, you can use suggest as well. I would suggest this medicine for you. It should make you feel better. May I suggest this treatment? Okay, so yeah, very good. You can use recommend or suggest. Okay, another one, yeah, suggest a tour. You could do that too for those of you in the travel industry, right? I would suggest our cultural tour of Malcolm or something like that, right? Like you can put in whatever you want there. Yeah, so pretty much suggest and recommend are basically the same. Yeah. Again, like, with English, there's, 10, 20 different ways to say the same thing. So whatever you feel comfortable doing, you can do. Good. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Oh, actually, before we do that, I want you to recommend one of your products or services. Okay. So think about something you do, and this can help me too, because again, I don't know everything that people do here. So if you can help me by telling, trying it for one of your products or services, then I can help you correct your greeting and make it good for your product or service. Okay. Again, if you're a little nervous about saying it out loud, go ahead and type it into the chat box. That's fine too. I don't mind reading it. Okay. But yeah, do we have a volunteer who can recommend something of theirs? Anyone? I'm gonna have another drink of water. Wait for somebody to put up their hand. Well, we got to get one person at least. Anyone? Volunteer? Yeah. And you can just turn your microphone on if you want and go for it. Helen, I would recommend this option for you. Good. Excellent. Yeah, now just one small thing. It's kind of a grammar thing, but don't worry about it too much. I would recommend this option. Okay, so one option, two options. Now, again, it's kind of like if you make that mistake, nobody is going to care, right? But just so you know, I would recommend this option for you, or I would recommend these options. Okay, so one or many. But good, that's perfect. Yeah, and then you can show them the option. Remember, you're not always going to remember every single English word, especially the vocabulary for your products can be hard to remember. So don't be afraid to use Google Translate or to show them a picture and just point at it. It's okay, right? I think most foreigners will be very patient and they understand. So they understand that, you might want to say something, so you have to look up the word. But, also practice talking around the word. If you don't know a word, remember there's always an easier way to say it. So just try to say the easier thing. Like, again, like I would recommend our yoga class. If you don't remember recommend, I would suggest, right? Or I think the yoga class would be good for you, right? So there's an easy way to say, you don't need recommend, you don't need suggest. I think the yoga class would be good for you. It starts at 4 p.m. Okay, so you can see there's always an easier way to say. You can just cut the harder words out if you forgot, right? Good. Anyone? Let's get a volunteer. No? Okay. Well, I understand. Again, type them into the side there, okay? Let me know what you want to learn. That's specific for your company. All right. All right, let's go to the next section. So some of you probably will have to deal with on the telephone. This can be even harder and makes you more nervous because, yeah, talking on the telephone can be very difficult. So we'll go through a few examples. They're kind of similar, almost the same as what we learned before, but on the telephone, you can just review one more time. Okay. So for hotel, hello, Hotel Taipei, how may I help you? Right? Hello, Hotel Taipei, how may I help you? Right? Generally in English, companies will always say their company name after hello. Hello, ABC English Books, how may I help you? Right? So remember, just say the English name. Okay. Or I know usually when you answer the phone, you'll answer in Chinese, of course, right? And the customer might say, hello, do you speak English? You can just say, yes, hello, Hotel Taipei, how may I help you, right? So that's okay too. Okay, now here, would you like to make a reservation? Would you like to make a reservation? Okay. Would you like to make a reservation? Or the second one here, would you like to make an appointment? Would you like to make an appointment? So like, again, for our pharmacy, for our skincare products and treatments, right? We usually say appointment, okay? But again, if you use reservation, don't worry, it's okay, all right? Because I'm also telling you this because the customer might say that, hello, hi, hello, this is ABC Massage. How may I help you? The people, when they're calling massage places or dentists, they're going to say in English, they'll say, I'd like to make an appointment, please. So if you know that word, then you can be, okay, appointment equals reservation. So it's the same thing. All right, let's look at number 3 here. The cost to book the tennis court is 200 NT per hour. Okay. Now, there's another word, again, kind of like reservation or appointment. We use the word book, to book. Okay. To book means to reserve. All right. The cost to book the tennis court is 200 NT per hour. Okay. Would you like to reserve time? Okay. Would you like to reserve a time? Okay. So again, you can put reserve at the cost to reserve the tennis court is 200 NT per hour. Okay. Same thing. Again, even easier if you can't remember reserve or book, the cost for the tennis court is 200 NT per hour. Okay. Per is a good word for some of you to know. Per means like each or every hour. Okay. So we often say that for things like massage or for any kind of treatment that will take time. Okay. The next one, number 4 here. Our next available time for a massage is at 3 p.m. Would you like to book it? Okay, so I already told you that before. I showed you before the next available time. So we're going through that again. Our next available time for a massage is at 3 p.m. Would you like to book it? Would you like to reserve it? Would you like that time, right? It's okay. All of those are good. Okay. Excuse me. Now, sometimes you need to put the customer on hold, okay? Sorry, give me 1 second. Coughing here. So if you need to check something or ask a supervisor or boss something, you can say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please hold. Okay, please wait, basically. This is very common in the West to say, hold, please. Okay, I'm sorry, hold, please. Okay, I'm sorry, please hold a moment so I can check that for you. Okay, I'm sorry, please hold a moment so I can check that for you. Okay, full speed. I'm sorry, please hold a moment so I can check that for you. Okay. Now, sometimes you have to tell the customer no, right? Again, remember, with foreigners, just tell them no if you don't have something, and then you can recommend something else, right? So just say, I'm sorry, we don't have that. Or I'm sorry, that's not available, right? You can use that word again. I'm sorry, that's not available right now. Okay. Or if they ask you something on the phone, do you have blah, 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 blah? You can say, yes, we have that item. Would you like me to hold it for you? Okay, now this is a different hold. This one means keep. Would you like me to keep it here for you? Okay. Yes, we have that item. Would you like me to hold it for you? Okay. So that means like I can put it aside and keep it for you. I won't sell it to anyone else. And then you ask them for their name. Yes, we have those bed sheets. Would you like me to hold them for you? Yes, I would. Okay, can I have your name, please? Thank you. When will you pick it up, right? Oh, I'll come later today. Or can I come tomorrow? And you can say yes. We will hold it for 3 days. You know, you can tell them a time where you want to stop holding it, right? Yes, we will hold that for you for 3 days. Okay, that's another thing you can do. So that's for people with products that you're actually selling. Okay, all right. Okay, another quick question for you here. Choose the correct response to this question. Hello, can I book a manicure at your spa? Hello, can I book a manicure at your spa? Okay. Now, is the correct answer A, we open at 9:30 a.m. B, okay, we are full this morning, but there's a time available at 3 p.m. Is that okay? Or C, the total price for the manicure is $2,000. All right. So is it A, B, or C? Type in your answers in the chat there. Let's see. Hello, can I book a manicure at your spa? We open at 9:30. Okay, we are full this morning, but there is a time available at 3 p.m. Is that okay? The total price for the manicure is $2,000. Okay, I got a couple of B's in there. That's good. That is correct. B is the correct answer. Yes, can I book a manicure at your spa? Okay, we are full this morning, but there is a time available at 3 p.m. Is that okay? Good. Well done. Okay. So let's see the next section here. Okay, I know we have a lot of, there was a lot of comments in the list I got about people with hotels or spas or things where people will ask you about what's around, right? They'll ask you what's a good place to go, or, you know, tour guide companies and things like that. So we're going to talk about recommending some food or attractions near to your place of business or your area. Okay. Again, there's going to be so many different possibilities here. So this is just a few ideas that you can use. Okay. Okay. So number one, if someone asks you, is there a good restaurant around here? Okay. You can say, there is a really good Taiwanese restaurant about a 10-minute walk from here. Okay. There is a really good Taiwanese restaurant about a 10-minute walk from here. Okay. Of course, change Taiwanese for Japanese or Italian or whatever. There's a really good hamburger place about a 10-minute walk from here. Okay. So you can put in anything you want there. It's a pretty easy sentence. So you just take this part and you change it to whatever you need it to say. Okay, so one more time. There is a really good Taiwanese restaurant about a 10-minute walk from here. Now, don't worry about directions. We're going to do that a little bit later, tell you how to tell people where to go, which way. Okay. All right. Maybe the customer says, what's a good place to go eat around here? Or what's a fun thing to do? You can tell them about the night market, your local night market, right? So you could say something like, the Tonghua night market is a great place to visit. Okay. The Tonghua night market is a great place to visit. Again, you can make it even easier, right? You can say, I recommend the Tonghua night market, right? Again, many different ways to say it. Or if you're really shy about your English, just say Tonghua night market. It's very good, right? That's okay too. And then you can say, I recommend the stinky tofu stand in the middle of the market. Okay. I recommend the stinky tofu stand in the middle. Okay. Another way to say that would be, I recommend the stinky tofu stand about halfway up the market, about halfway up the main market road. Okay. So there's many ways to do that. Okay. If you're a tour company, right, and they want to know what's a good thing to do, you could say, I suggest. So there we go with suggest. I recommend, right? I suggest you visit the National Palace Museum. Okay. I suggest you visit the National Palace Museum. They have great guided tours. They have great guided tours. Okay. Now, if your company offers tours, then you can say that too. We have a great tour that will take you to the National Palace Museum. We'll tell you about everything in the museum in English, right? So we can do that as well. So one more time, I suggest you visit the National Palace Museum. They have great guided tours. All right. Is there any place to get a good drink around here? I'm very thirsty. Is there a good tea shop? Yes, my favorite tea shop is right around the corner. I hope the Chinese translated right on this. I wasn't sure if it did or not, but right around the corner just means very close to here. And yes, sometimes right around the corner, okay? So my favorite tea shop is right around the corner. They make the best bubble teas. Remember though, only use right around the corner if it's very close, okay? Not too far, like 5 minutes at the most walking. Okay, let's see here. The next one, If someone wants to go shopping or they want an area, you know, they don't really know what they want to do, but they want to go to an area with lots of interesting things. So you could say, oh, the area around Taipei Main Station is great for shopping. There are a variety of stores. Okay, variety. Okay, practice that. There are a variety of stores. Okay, good word to know. Variety means many different types, right? And of course, you can just say that if variety is too hard. There are many different kinds of stores there. Okay. So again, the area around Taipei Main Station is great for shopping. There are a variety of stores. Okay. So yeah, you can add to that. There are a variety of stores, restaurants, bars, right? You can put in whatever you want. Okay. So yeah, if you know an area, that's a good one. You can recommend it like that. Okay. For sports centers or people in the sporting goods ones, you can talk about the facilities. Okay. The word facilities. If you are looking to get some exercise, the Nehu Sports Center has great facilities. Okay. The Nehu Sports Center has great facilities. Okay. Things you can use. Hotel people, facilities is a very good one for you too. Yes, we have many facilities. There's laundry. We have, you know, a gym or exercise room, that kind of thing. Okay. So anywhere where you have many things you can use that. Facilities. Okay. Good. Okay. Can we get someone to recommend a food or an attraction close to you? Tell me something good to eat in your area. Who can give us one? Again, you can type it in if you want. I would recommend, or there is a. You can tell me what's near you and give me a good suggestion. So if I visit, I can find some good food. Anyone, anyone? Give me a volunteer. Oh, we got a shy group today, huh? Okay, that's all right. Again, if you want to try it in the type, just type it out in the text box. Okay. You can, you know, recommend something to me in your area. Okay. Yeah, choose anything that you think is interesting. Or if you get questions about that a lot, you can write that in. Okay. Let's see. Anybody? No? No hands up. All right, let's keep moving because we are actually running a little bit short on time here. So, giving directions. I think giving directions in 2024 is maybe not as necessary as it used to be. So I think the first sentence is the most important one. You can just do this, right? I can help you find it on Google Maps. All right. I can help you find it on Google Maps. All right. This is actually very helpful because a lot of times the name of the store or restaurant or thing that you want to tell the foreigner about will be in Chinese and they won't read it. So it is actually very helpful if you can either, if they will let you to send them the name in Chinese, or if you can just put it into their phone for them so that they can find that place. But generally, I think most of the time in 2024, you can just say, I will help you find it on Google Maps, right? And then Google Maps can take them to where they want to go. But we will do some more traditional directions because it's still important to know, right? Okay, so turn left, or go left, all right? Go left. Both are fine. You can use both. go straight. Okay, go straight. Okay, so turn left, go right, go straight. Sometimes you'll hear go straight ahead. That's okay too. Same thing. All right. So we'll look at the little pictures here in a second. I'll just finish the sentences here. Would you like me to call you a taxi? Would you like me to call you a taxi? Okay, so of course, you can always just call a taxi for someone, offer them that. Okay, you can take the MRT to Taipei Zoo Station. You can take the MRT to Taipei Zoo Station. Yeah, and you can always say the names, right? You can take the brown line on the MRT to Taipei Zoo Station. Then they might say, how do I get to the station, right? Or is there a bus station around here? Okay, so here's how we would give a full sentence of how you give directions. And there's one very important word here, blocks. This is a good one to know, okay? Go outside and turn left. Walk straight for 4 blocks, okay? 4 blocks. So 4 city street sections, right? 4 blocks. And then turn right. The bus station is across from the police station. Okay, so let's look at some of these because these are good positioning words, your location prepositions. Okay, number 1, across from, right? The park is across from the school. Okay, now sometimes you might hear this word, opposite. It's good too. Okay, the park is opposite the school. Okay, that one's fine as well. You can do opposite or you can do across from. I think most North Americans will do across from a little more than opposite. Number 2, between, right? Between. The bank is between the post office and the restaurant. The bank is between the post office and the restaurant. Okay. Next to. Next to is a good one. The pharmacy is next to the bookstore. Okay. The pharmacy is next to the bookstore. All right. Also, another one for next to that you might hear is beside. So again, you can use beside. I just typed it in there for you. The pharmacy is beside the bookstore. Okay, next to, beside, both are good. And in English, we probably use 50-50, next to and beside. Okay, on the corner. On the corner. That's a good one to know. The bus stop is on the corner. Okay, the bus stop is on the corner. So right at the end of the road. You can always say on the corner of this street and this street. Okay, on the corner of Zhongxiao Fuxing, right? Like that. Okay, on the corner. Near. So near is maybe not, if it's a little farther away than next to, you want to say near. The museum is near the hotel. The museum is near the hotel. Okay. And the final one there, far from. Also, far away. Okay, far away. That's another way to say it as well. The airport is far from town. So maybe your customer wants to go to this place and you're like, whoa, that's really far away. You can say, oh, that is really far from here. You need to take a taxi, right? Or you need to, it will take 40 minutes to get there. That is very far from here. That is very far away from here. Okay. Good. All right. So I think the most important one here is remember blocks. If you actually have to tell somebody where to go. Again, most of the time you will just use Google Maps in 2024. But blocks is a good word to remember. You can say it's about 4 blocks from here. Okay. We always use that in English for telling distance in the city. Okay. Good. So if I was telling you how to get to the closest 7-Eleven to me, I would say, okay, you go outside, turn left, and then turn left again right away, right? Walk straight for 1 block, and you will see the 7-Eleven on your right across from you. Okay, so that's how I would say it for my closest 7-Eleven. Okay, so let's go to talking about price. Okay, so a very important thing, talking about price. So of course the very so someone's asking, may I ask across from? No, across from and in front to. We don't say in front to, so we say in front of. But in front of really means like you're standing right there. So what would be a good example? It's in like, oh, we would say something like the bus stop is in front of the 7-Eleven, right? The bus stop is in front of the 7-Eleven, like that. Okay. Yeah, across from really means like across the street. Okay. So in front of means you're right there. So usually there won't be a store that's in front of another store. And you never know, but mostly it's like that. Yeah. So if something is right in front of there, you say it's in front of. The bus stop is in front of the 7-Eleven. And then you can go outside and turn right, walk straight and across the post office, and then you can see the 7-Eleven store. Walk straight and across from, good, yeah, that's right. So we'll just add a from in there. Across from the post office, and then you can see the 7-Eleven store. Good, that's right. Go outside, turn right, walk straight, and across from the post office, you can see the 7-Eleven store. Good, nicely done. Thank you, Helen. The nearest 7-Eleven is at the next intersection, about a 10-minute walk. Good, yeah, perfect, yeah. And yeah, a lot of times it might be very simple. Just go outside and walk for 10 minutes, right? You can say walk straight for 10 minutes, and it's at the next intersection. Good. Yeah, good word to use there as well. Intersection. Intersection. So where 2 streets cross, right? Yeah, good. Excellent. Yeah, good. Thank you, people. That's very good. Okay, so talking about price here. The easiest one, this costs, right? This costs $1,000. Again, 1,000 NT. It's okay. Okay, now let's look at a little bit more difficult ones though. We have a sale today. If you buy the bed sheets, you can have 20% off a pillow. Okay, we have a sale today. If you buy the bed sheets, you can have 20% off a pillow. All right, let's talk about one for doing tours. If you're doing a tour somewhere. The total cost for the 2-day tour to the cultural village is 10,000 NT dollars. And that includes 3 meals each day. Okay? Includes, good word to use. Hotels, spas, you can all use that word. This includes blah, 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 right? Has in it. One more time. The total cost for the 2-day tour to the cultural village is $10,000, and that includes 3 meals each day. Okay. Sports center, sporting things. It costs 100 NT dollars to use the swimming pool. Towels are 20 NT extra if you need it. Okay. Another good word to use, extra, more, right? So again, that can be good for hotels or tours. This is extra, okay? Tour guides, you might say meals are extra. Okay, so basically you pay for the meals. Okay. It costs $100 to use the swimming pool. Towels are 20 NT extra if you need it. Okay. Spas and beauty salons, we have a special this week. Now, here's a good one. Package deal. Package deal. Okay. That one's very useful for many things as well. We have a special package deal this week. A 60-minute massage, facial, and manicure, all for 3,500 NT dollars. Okay, one more time. We have a special package deal this week. A 60-minute massage, facial, and manicure, all for $3,500. Okay. And then the last one here for hotels. The room rate for a single room is 1,500 NT dollars per night. Okay. There is a 20% discount if you book 3 nights or more. You can also upgrade to a suite for 500 NT more. Okay, so giving them lots of sales, right? The room rate for a single room is $1,500 per night. There's a 20% discount if you book 3 nights or more. You can also upgrade to a suite for 500 NT dollars more. Okay, good. All right, so, now one thing I wanted to mention is for those of you who might have sales tags, remember that Westerners always see this 80% and we think it's 80% off. Okay, so there can be sometimes some confusion. So if you ever have sales tags that just say the percent and it doesn't say off, foreigners are going to think that if it's $1,000, that we're going to pay $200. Okay, so really you can tell them if you see that they're like thinking, oh, this looks like a great deal, you can be like, oh, this means pay 80% of the total. Okay, pay 80% of the total. So just a little note there, because I think sometimes that can be a little bit confusing. If your tags say blah, blah, blah off, then it's okay. It's the same thing. All right. So yeah, just remember that one there. Okay. Little trivia question for you again. What is it called when you put many products or services together for one price? Okay. What is it called when you put many products or services together for one price? Is it an upgrade, extra, or a package deal? Type your answers in. Package deal, package deal. We got a couple of package deals there. Yes, very good. Package deal is correct. Okay, when you put stuff together in one, you get a package deal. Good. You can even take the word deal out if you want to use it. You can just say, we have a package on sale, right? That's okay too. We have a package on sale right now. Okay, let's look at saying no to the customer. Okay, saying no to the customer. Again, don't be afraid to be direct. All right. Is there a discount? Can you go any cheaper? All right, if you hear those two sentences, is there a discount? Can you go any cheaper? Number one, sorry, no, I can't. That's good. Just say it with a smile on your face and it's all good. Yeah, package on sale. Yeah, good. Sorry, that is the lowest price. Sorry, that is the lowest price. Now, maybe you don't know and you have to ask someone. So you can say that, you can say, hang on a minute, sorry, let me talk to my manager for you. Sorry, let me talk to my manager for you. Okay, if you have to go ask, and then you can come back and say, I'm sorry, that's the lowest price I can give you. And then the last one there, very easy. I'm very sorry, but that is the best price I can give you. I'm very sorry, but that is the best price I can give you. Okay. All right. Well, we're quickly running out of time here, so let's get to a couple more. So I'm going to skip this. Well, if we have time, you can ask me some questions about it. Let's look at paying, of course, because that's very important. Now, number one, we would say anything else. Okay. Anything else? So these are three easy ways to do it. Is that everything today? Is that everything today? Is there anything else I can help you with? Is there anything else I can help you with? Okay. Second one, money. So $1,250, please. We don't usually say $1,250. Okay. So you with Taiwan money, we'll always say 1,000, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So it is $1,250, please. Or one a little bit harder. The total is $1,250, please. Okay. And then we come to how do they want to pay? So you can ask them that. How would you like to pay? Okay. They might ask you, they might say, do you take credit card, right? Okay. So you can say, how would you like to pay? Cash, card, or app? Cash, card, or app? Or you can say, we take cash, credit card, or payment app. We take cash, credit card, or payment app. Okay. And number three, a little bit harder. Will you be paying with cash, credit card, or payment app? Okay. Will you be paying with cash, credit card, or payment app? And then if you only take cash or one or the two, you can just say that, right? I'm sorry, but we only take cash. I'm sorry, but we only take cash. Okay, good. All right, another question. When the customer asks for a lower price, they want what? A price, a sale, or a discount? I think that one's pretty easy, right? Good, yeah. Discount is correct, right? So if they ask for a lower price, they're asking for a discount. Good. Yeah, that one's pretty obvious, I think. Good. Okay, now there's a couple more things. Let's quickly go through hotel checkout. Okay, so you might say to your customers, how was your stay? How was your stay? Was everything okay with your room? Was everything okay with your room? And then you'll discuss price, right? The total for 5 nights at 20% discount is $8,500. Okay. The total for 5 nights at a 20% discount is $8,500. Okay. And then same as the other ones, how would you like to pay? How would you like to pay? Then you're finished everything. Is there anything else I can do for you? Is there anything else I can do for you? And of course, everyone can say that for all your companies. Now, sorry, I know I'm going through this a little fast, but I want to finish up with dealing with complaints. Let's say you have a problem, right? You can just say to the customer, I'm very sorry. I will help you. What seems to be the problem? There's that phrase again, what seems to be. We don't say, what's your problem? Because that's not a nice way to say it. We say, what seems to be the problem? Okay. Then you can say, I'm very sorry. I will take care of that. I am sorry. I will take care of that. A little bit harder words, we say, I apologize. I apologize. Okay, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, for taking your time, right? I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Please let me take care of that. Now, you want to give the customer something? You can say, here is a voucher for 20% off your next stay. That's a good word to remember, voucher. Voucher is a coupon, right? Like a coupon. Okay. I'm sorry, but we don't give refunds. I can offer you a discount on your next visit. So if you don't give money back, you can say, I'm sorry, but we don't give refunds. I can offer you a discount on your next visit. Okay. And if you do give refunds, you can say, I'm sorry, please let me give you a full refund. I'm sorry, please let me give you a full refund. You could also say, you know, please let me give you 50% off, right? So that will work as well. Okay, let's jump through to saying goodbye. Okay, pretty simple, right? Thank you very much and have a great day. Thank you very much and have a great day. Hotels, thank you for staying with us and we hope to see you again. Okay, we hope to see you again. Good for all of your companies. Okay, you can use that. We hope you enjoyed the tour and here is a coupon for your next visit. We hope you enjoyed the tour and here is a coupon for your next visit. And the last one, thank you for your business. And if there is anything we can do for you in the future, please let us know. One more time. Thank you for your business. And if there is anything we can do for you in the future, please let us know. Okay? Good. All right. Well, I hope all that was helpful for you.